Marco Tulio and Ihor Potieria in the UFC middleweight division. Of course, Ihor, one of the worst records right now in the UFC. Two wins, my bad, and 5 losses. I totally forgot about the Mauricio Rua dance he did in Brazil for his retirement. Kind of crazy. But 2 wins, 5 losses, 1 knockout win, 1 decision win, and all losses by finish except for Cesar Almeida in his most recent fight, which was filled with controversy and low blows and eye pokes and all sorts of that type of stuff. Before he joined the UFC, he was looking like a crazy good prospect because, oh my God, the dude was finishing everybody. 9 knockout wins, 7 submission wins. Again, the only time he got submitted after that, his only submission loss was the craziness Michel Pereira one, where he got rocked and then submitted in that one. Out of all the guys he's fought, though, Marco Tulio, I would say, is on the lower end of his opponents. Nicole Negumereanu at light heavyweight, Carlos Ulberg, Rodolfo Bellato, Michel Pereira, Cesar Almeida. I would say Cesar Almeida, Marco Tulio are on a similar level, but I think Marco is a little bit better than Cesar Almeida. So if Cesar Almeida was able to win, I think Marco should be able to win here. I think Marco, although is a solid grappler, he's decent on the ground with his wrestling and grappling. He's shown in his recent fights that he's got a lot of power in his hands and with his feet. Knocked out Well Oliveira with punches. Beat Yusri Belaguri with wrestling, with grappling, clinching a lot in that fight, slowing that fight down, knowing when to kind of change the fight to kind of, fit your opponent. Yusri Belaguri was a great example of that. Then when he's fighting guys that he believes he can outstrike, he's outstriking them. So he's got good striking, but when he needs to, he can wrestle and he can grapple. I think he does have better striking overall than Ihor Potieria, but I know in the back of my mind he's got the X factor and he could wrestle and grapple if he ever needed to against Ihor Potieria. I think Marco's gonna hurt Ihor one point in this fight. Ihor might hurt Marco at one point in this fight, and I think Marco will land a takedown or 2 in this fight as well. But I think most of this fight will be spent on their feet, with Ihor throwing some crazy punches, Marco throwing some crazy kicks, a little bit of wrestling mixed in, and I do got Marco Tulio winning this fight, his UFC debut, to become 13-1. He's 2-0 in the Contender Series, and after this fight, 1-0 in the UFC. I got Marco Tulio. Do I want to say finish? I do. Let's go round 2, TKO win for Marco Tulio.